How's it going, everyone? Jacob here. Today I've got the FLkey 37 from Novation. This is the big brother to the FLkey Mini, which is a 25 key controller. This one has 37 keys, and rather than the smaller mini keys, this has full-size keys, so 37 full-size velocity-sensitive keys. And just like its 25 key counterpart, this keyboard has full integration with FL Studio. Let's talk about what you get with this 37 key version and with the 25 key version. Like on the 25 key version, you get 16 pads and 8 knobs, and you have below those your pot modes, which allows you to do things like control the plugin, change mixer volumes, mixer pan, channel volume, channel pan, and custom. That's what's listed here under pot mode. Now the knobs and the pads can be used to control FL Studio in various ways, but the pads can of course be played to trigger sounds and play instruments like you would on the keys. On the right here, you have transport controls, and on the 25 key version, you get play and record, but on this version, you get a few more things. You get stop, quantize, metronome, and undo, redo, and this score log button there. Now, some of these are really nice. It's a really nice upgrade when you go with this size keyboard. Quantize, super useful when you're recording. If you don't have it set to auto quantize and you want to quick quantize something, it's simple as that button. The undo, redo buttons are great to have as surface controls on the keyboard because it's just one less thing you have to go over to your mouse or your keyboard for, and you can just stay focused on the controller, on the keys itself, creating music, and really just keep your workflow very compact. Next to that, you have channel rack up and down, which is a super essential feature to have, and it just goes to show how integrated this is. It's made for FL Studio because the channel rack is one of the integral features of the DAW. Above that, you have these mixer buttons that's going to allow you to go back and forth between tracks. So that's the thing. When you take this whole area into account, you can change presets, you can change channels, you could be panning or changing the levels with the knobs up top. You can be controlling individual FL plugins here. Any FL image line plugins, you can be controlling, tweaking parameters. You can change sounds with your channel rack, be recording, stopping, listening back, quantizing, changing your metronome, changing the tempo on the fly. All that kind of stuff you would do on your typing keyboard or your mouse, you can do right there on the controller. One nice thing that the 37 key version has is a screen, which gives you real-time feedback whenever you're changing settings or doing anything on the keyboard, even down to playing individual notes. So if I trigger this kick sound with the pads, I'm getting a readout here that's giving me the velocity value, 127. That one was 116. It's also giving me the actual pitch, the actual note that I'm playing, which is C3. And then it's also giving me the MIDI channel. And if I just go and flip through a few more of the features, you can see I can be changing modes this way. And you have this control with the pads to change different settings. This is scale chord, user chord. I can go back to normal playback there. Scale. I can see that I've got a C minor scale, scale on and off. And let me show you this one button here. If I press this, I'm now in pad mode navigation. And navigation essentially turns the pads into a mouse. It's crazy. So I can select different channels in my mixer. This button allows me to full screen that current view, so if I want to see the entire mixer. And if I am in the timeline, which you can see my voice is recording there, and I'm in song mode, I can actually pan around the project. So if I were zoomed in a little bit more here and just looking at a certain amount of tracks, I can be scrolling in and out, very similar to what I would be doing with a mouse. I just find that so fascinating that you can do that with a keyboard. This keyboard has a pitch wheel and modulation wheel, and they're pretty standard. Here's a quick list of the top features of the FLkey 37. Seamless integration with FL Studio. Mixer and channel rack control allows you to adjust volume and pan with 8 knobs. Step sequencer allows you to take control of FL Studio's step sequencer and program drums easily. Channel rack playability allows you to play directly into the channel rack from FLkey 37's pads. Scale mode allows you to choose your scale and always hit the right note, or use the fixed chord mode to play one chord with one finger. Plugin control allows you to tweak image line plugins and record natural sounding automation with the 8 knobs. 3 chord modes, fixed, user, and scale. Preset browsing allows you to find your favorite presets from image line plugins directly from the controller. Custom modes allow you to assign custom controls to the pads and knobs to control FL Studio. And the FLkey 37 comes with a 6-month trial of the FL Studio Producer software. Here's a rundown of the specs. 37 velocity-sensitive keys, a screen, pitch bend and modulation wheels, 8 pots, 16 RGB backlit velocity-sensitive pads, octave up and down buttons, channel rack up and down, preset up and down, mixer left and right buttons, play pause, stop, record, quantize, metronome, undo, redo, score log button, scale button, note repeat, fixed chord, navigation, shift, settings, 5-pin MIDI out socket, sustain pedal 1/4-inch jack input, USB-B socket, and a Kensington security slot. FL Studio integration includes mixer volume and pan control, channel rack volume and pan control, image line plugin control, channel rack performance, step sequencer control, channel rack graph editor control, FPC and SliceX, channel rack and mixer navigation, play, stop, record, and tap tempo. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click here for more videos like this one, and go to sweetwater.com for all of your music instrument and pro audio needs.